Hey crafty friends, it's Jenny from Craft Test Dummies, and today we're going to talk about markers, specifically the new Copic Doodle packs. Stay tuned, I'll show you what they do and how they work. Each doodle pack comes in a color coordinated set with 4 pens and markers per kit. So let's just say, for example, we're going to take a look at this beautiful blue. This is the turquoise set. And inside you're going to get 2 Copic Chow markers and then 2 lining pens. And let me see if they call them something specific. They're Spica glitter pens and multi-liners. So first let's just take a look at the Copic markers. Each marker is dual-ended and has 2 different nibs on each marker. So you're going to see a brush tip as well as one of these chisel tips. And if you take a look towards the end, there's a picture on each one. This says super brush and this says medium broad. So while the cap is still on, you can at least see which side you're opening up. And just to give you an idea of how easy it is to use a Copic, I'm just using some regular paper here, but you can lay down the color and then keep adding and adding and adding to get darker and darker shades. And because it's alcohol based, it dries immediately and it also won't pill your paper. So this isn't a full-on review about Copics. I'm assuming you know a little bit about them to begin with. I just want to kind of focus on what you get in these doodle packs. So of course the first thing you're going to get are the 2 Chow markers in a darker shade and then a lighter shade. And this is really nice when you want to start blending some things. You've actually already got a nice head start. The other thing you're going to get is the multi-liner pen. So now it's important to know that this is pigment ink. So that means that it's not alcohol based, which means that it will not interact with the Copic marker. I can actually continue to doodle down here. Actually, let me change that. Here we go. Now you can see a little bit better. I can continue to doodle and lay down some lines and then go ahead and use my marker right on top, and it's not going to bleed those lines out. So that's kind of nice too. It's a nice way of adding on some of those fine lines without having to worry about whether or not they're going to interact. And then the last thing you're going to get is that's the wrong one. This one. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's the Spica Marker, the At You Spica Marker. And it says it's twinkling like the stars. And you'll know it's the twinkly one because it's got sparkles in the cap. And this also has color, and it's also water-based, but it has some sparkles built in, and I'll have some things where I can show you better. You really can't see it here, but it has a nice twinkle sparkle to it. Here's a little swatch sheet that I made for you of some of the color families that I received. I didn't get all of them, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here you can definitely see that twinkly Spica marker? They are actually pretty twinkly. But here you can see again that you get the darker shade, the lighter shade, the fine liner, and then the twinkle marker as well. And lastly, I just want to go through a few samples. This one I made just using the 2 shades of brown, so you can get some nice blended shades only with 2. And I did this with only the yellow. So there's that. This one I used 2 different sets, the yellow and the red, and then you can see where I use that twinkly liner too to add a little bit of sparkle. But look at that rich velvety red. That's why we love Copics. You get that nice depth of color. And then the last thing I did was a massive Zentangle. This is very small, but I only used the Copic Doodle packs, and you can see I got a lot of doodling in and a lot of sparkle and twinkle where I used those twilight markers. So my end result, my end feelings is that these are a great starter kit. If you don't already have Copics, this is a great way to start building your collection. If you already have some basics, these are just a lot of fun. And I don't usually like it when all the colors coordinate like this, but actually in this case, I do, because it just gives you such a nice variety of things in one pack. So I hope this overview was helpful to you. We would love it if you came over to the blog post and saw the still photos.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or informative, please give it a thumbs up, and of course, we would love it if you subscribed. That way, the new videos will come straight to you instead of having to wait for them to be dropped into a blog post. Lastly, leave any questions or comments below and we'll do our best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Have a crafty day.